grand things are said about sport and the contribution it might make to our society. And I was reminded when I was thinking about what I would say today about a time when I was an athlete, 1984, at the Olympic Games in Los Angeles. And it's been said that sport helps to bring nations together. And I remember standing in the centre of the stadium in Los Angeles, and Peter Overath, who was the president of the organising committee of that Olympic Games, made the statement that before you stands the best hope for the future of mankind. And I looked around and there was a bunch of pugilists and jumpers and shot putters and javelin throwers, and I thought, my God, where are we going? What I would say is that in all of the teams that I coached, one of the principles that we had, that we held very firmly, was that you never, never, never cheat. And we had that principle not because it was the right thing to do, but because it obviously is the right thing to do, but because we wanted to set for ourselves a standard that nobody else had, a standard that was higher than the others. There were no shortcuts, there was no pathway to excellence. And indeed today I'm going to talk about what I think are the things that you need to do to achieve that. This, if you like, is an example of the intersection of culture and the pursuit of excellence. The philosophical message that it was sending to the players was that there's a shortcut to excellence, that these substances could make a difference to your performance without the grinding hard work that is really essential if you want to be good. It's also why sport ought to rail itself against alcohol and gambling, illicit drug use and fast food and all of those things which are pernicious and pushed in our society. My journey from coaching was a very unusual one in some ways, but it was clear. I played for 17 years in the national team. I was playing 4 years before I got the job as national coach. Many people thought that I didn't have a coaching record before that, but indeed from the time I was 17 years old until during those 23 years before I became national coach, I coached state junior teams, club teams, junior teams, my daughter's team, a whole range of different teams at different levels. I had a degree in medicine, of course, which provided me with an understanding of physiology, psychology, sports medicine, and teamwork. I don't know how many of you people have ever been in an operating theatre and been awake. Anyone put their hand up? But this is an example of a whole range of people with different skills working under pressure to produce the right outcome. So I learned a lot about teamwork from my time in medicine. I spent a decade in the Parliament. I didn't learn much about teamwork from my time there. There is a place for it, and if you were to buy a copy of my very good book, which just happens to be on sale out the back, then you could read about that. A group of outstanding athletes that I inherited. They were used to hard work. They'd been drilled in technique. Some of the techniques I wanted to shift and change, but they were used to it. They were diverse. They came from every part of the country, and they were ambitious. And when you have a group of athletes like that, you can do marvellous things. So my aim was to develop a group of athletes who had what I call reproducible skill under pressure. They could compete in every situation. We paid attention to quality. We always wanted them to be flexible, pay attention to the details. We allowed them to take risks when necessary, and hopefully we were building resilience in them in that way. And I hope that it's been of interest. Thank you.